Hello, this is Beverly with the Intuitive Interior in time for your April 2021 I Ching reading. The past several months have really talked a lot about being, introspective and slowing down. I was getting kind of to the point where I'm thinking, are we ever going to get to take action? Are we ever going to start speeding up? We started seeing a little bit of that last month, and the cards this month actually are kind of along the same vein. So the first one that I drew was number 30. It's called The Clinging. And if you'll notice here, it has this hexagram, Li, that they're both, it's a double fire symbol. The words that are associated with this are fire, illumination, inspiration, devotion, and all-consuming passion, regeneration, spirituality, virtue, and enlightenment. Now, the general overall vibe of this card talks about uh, burning away, that continued burning away and purification of, well, what do we want? What kind of things do we really still need in our world? Now, this could be something as simple as spring cleaning. What are the household items that get to remain in your world? It could be also reassessing entire systems. In fact, just today I read a story about um, Janet Yellen broaching the idea of, well, what if we just have a global corporate tax that takes away a lot of the incentive for countries who have businesses based in them from using other countries as their headquarters to avoid paying taxes, to avoid contributing to the greater good. Who knows if that's going to go anywhere, but that is a perfect example of how this, fire of purification, of looking at old ways of doing things and that we're clinging to them for dear life because, well, that's what we know, rather than really taking evaluation of, well, maybe we could do things differently. What a concept. The focus line on this one this time around was line 5, and it says, when what you have known is burned to ashes, it can cause tremendous sorrow at first, but in your grief, and give yourself time to grieve, don't forget, the forest always sprouts new growth after a fire, and the scorched meadow will bring even more flowers in the coming spring. Are we in the coming spring now? Do we still have to wait another year? Perhaps, maybe both. The next card was number 20, Contemplation. So this now has the hexagrams for Kun, that's underneath the hexagram Sun. This is this hexagram goes along with the southwest energy. This top one is the southeast energy. So you have kind of that wood wind energy of abundance on top of the energy of relationships. The words that are associated with this are gaining overview, detached observation, increased understanding, solitude, integration through reflection. You've got this great image of a guy just taking a walk in a dark path with a full moon lighting the way. So think of that as, again, going back inside. See, it kind of continues that theme of, okay, well, the fire came through and just burned up all of the old stuff. Now we get to think about, well, what do we want to replant? Do we want to replant? Do we want to build here? Do we want to just let it alone? So again, there's that whole bit of reassessing, reevaluating, and and look and thinking about, well, okay, we've had, especially with in light of the pandemic, we've had a lot of time for this whole introspection and things like that. But as more and more opens back up, we start to, we've had enough time, enough space where we can actually go, is that networking group still right for me? Is this career still right for me? Is this family of origin of the, are all of those way of being, do those still fit who I am now? Because who we are now is not the same people that we were a year ago. Um, you know, yes and no, but we cannot be unaffected. There's no way that even if you came through fine, this and everything is going well with you in this pandemic, there's no way that you're coming out of this unaffected by the challenges that other people have had. Even if it's not in your family, it's around you. You see it. So this line, the focus line on this card was line 4. Unless you can allow yourself periods of stillness and time for reflection, all your activity will become increasingly frantic until finally you are simply forced to stop in exhaustion. There's no need. The best way to benefit from your day to day experiences is to take advantage of times of contemplation to reflect on them, thereby deepening your conscious understanding. So, yeah, I've been joking about getting out there and peopling. My peopling skills are a little rusty. So it does. It takes more energy to kind of get out and be kind of thinking that I'm going to go do what I just jump right back in what I used to be doing. And whew, I don't know. There's a muscle. Got to exercise that muscle. The last card is a lovely one. It's peace. It's number 11. And this has the, again, there's that, the kun hexagram on top of Shen. Oh gosh, now brain cramp. Anyway, again, it's that south west hexagram, the earth on top of metal. This is the northwest. So you've got that nice balance. I mean, I love the balance here. You've got the three full lines with the three broken lines on top. This is a great card that shows that, okay, we're finding our way, we're finding our path, we're figuring out that we're going to have beautiful moments of peace, of actually feeling like, wow, we made it, we're in the flow, we're getting this. Harmony, balance, perfection, equipoise, a sense of well-being, favorable conditions, and expansion. I mean, you can't ask for a much better card than that to bring into this beautiful month of April. Now, again, these cards go from April 4th through May 4th. So there's a little bit of May tucked in there. This focus line was the top line, number 6. This says, accepting the situation without fighting it or bemoaning your fate requires self-discipline and maturity. Put your energy into strengthening meaningful relationships and pay greater attention to areas that you have neglected in either your relations with others or your own well-being. This could mean something to the effect of, might be time to reach out to some of those business contacts that you kind of let slide after cocooning for a while. Maybe it is more of an effort to look at your self-care. Have you been exercising properly? Have you been able to get in touch with someone to help with mental health challenges? Again, we're all dealing with a collective psychic event, and there's no shame whatsoever in contacting someone to find out, well, why now am I having such a hard time getting out and about? Why do I, what else is going on? Anyway, this card does help, or I want you to take a look at the fact that there's always balance. So right now things may be going great. There's a saying that expect the best, plan for the worst. It's all about making sure that you appreciate whatever is happening right now. Always look for the joy, look for the helpers. The I'm going to just kind of tie this all up in the end that April is, I think, one of my favorite months because all the flowers are blooming. It also means that all the trees are doing their thing, which means my allergies go haywire. But it's that sense of renewal, that new beginning, the opportunity to, well, reinvent yourself. Find something that, I wore my flower shirt for y'all today because it makes me happy. And I want everybody to find something that makes you happy, because the more that you focus your energy on looking for the good in the world while acknowledging that, yeah, there's still some parts that suck, you will find more areas of good, of benefit, of opportunities to health and help. uh, I've had too many friends and acquaintances get too sucked into, oh my God, this is terrible. We're never going to get out of this. You forget to think about the story of the donkey that fell into a well, and the villagers said, oh well, that's it. We might as well just bury it now. So they kept filling the well in, and just every shovel, the donkey would shake it off its back and kind of stomp on it, and gradually made its way out of the well because it never gave up. It never said, oh, well, this is just how it's going to be. It just kept taking whatever was given to it in the form of, again, people trying to bury it, uh, as stepstones, stepping, it made its own stepping path out of there. So, anyway, that's what I've got for you today. If you have any questions about your feng shui needs or intuitive coaching, any date selection for an upcoming event, give me a call. I'm happy to help you out. In the meantime, have a wonderful Water Dragon month.